Hello and welcome back to Conquest of Elysium 5. It's the finale day. We have a couple of things left to hunt down, but we're finishing it. We're finishing it today in this video for sure. We've got a crazy income. We are on the Baron's doorstep. The cultist is also down here just past the Baron. They should be pretty easy. Today's big issue, it's kobolds. There are kobolds all over the map setting up hatcheries in mines that are really annoying to find. Mostly just because there's nothing else kind of near them, but we're going to work our way towards them. We're going to get big griffin stacks today is going to be the big plan, and then just hunt them down little baby steps at a time. I'm going to throw some extra ballistas over here as well. Try to set up some ballista traps to deal with these dragons. Other than that, you know the deal. Start on an intern. We have an insane amount of brigands and an insane amount of adventurers wandering the map right now. That are doing fantastic for us, and they are tracking where most of the kobold dens are. So as long as we keep spitting out guild assassins today, I think it should go pretty smooth. That's certainly the hope. So we're going to dive on through. We've got our King's Castle. We have, man, just so many adventurers. So there's 2 dragon dens there. I think that's a dragon's den down 1, 2, 3. Trying to think of where they all are. There's one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think they have 6 layers right now. That's actually not too bad. That's a pretty manageable number. We fight a sea dragon and kill it pretty easily. Our guild stalker goes after an arcane fire dragon and dies, of course. You guys take over the cloud castle. Great. One of my old heroes dies fighting quite a fight here in the plains. Ah, yes, these are not immortal heroes is why. Assassin attacks a white cobalt prophet and kills it right away. That was why we made this attack. Because I wanted to guarantee we wipe them out. The old wizard is actually on the front lines right now, too. He cast a single fear spell. With his Eye of Night. And then cast Oak Army, giving basically the entire army plus 2 armor. I don't think we need to watch this whole fight. The Ice Witch gets 85 kills. She's always getting crazy amounts. The Guild Mercenary is getting a ton. Slowly but steadily, the front line gets chipped away. Crown of the False World. That's another mirror image thing. And then at Camel's Gate. This is the castle down south. You have a Ring of Invisibility, a Scroll of Abyssal Paths, and a Lightning Spear. How many of you guys died? Quite a bit. But I only had 10 guys defending that, so. C'est la vie. Grab a Warrior's Charm at the same time. This market village just got upgraded. What do we want here? Another Thieves Guild? Adventuring Guild? Honestly, at this point, I feel like Thieves Guilds are just like the thing to do. This homie is got no front line, so I'm pretty sure he was running back to Belcoria to pick up whoever he could. Grab him a Warrior's Charm on maybe this Admiral. Few of you guys, maybe some of yous. Swordsmen, Pikeneers, and Zweihanders? Sure, man. We can make work with that. We can absolutely make work with that. That shouldn't be too bad. We'll figure that out. It'll take a few turns to get everything in order. These are my main Griffin stack. So I'm going to want a second Griffin stack at least. So why don't we just start pumping them out down here and they can come and rejoin us. And what I'll do is I'll just have them merge together. This homie is basically just exploring at this point, looking for the Baron's castle. There's an iron bog up here. Ooh. You don't see too many of them. This is a village. We're going to establish a market village. Hope he doesn't get killed. Somewhere up here is a Bakemono boat. I don't know where. You guys are taking that. We'll go 10 crossbowmen, 5 pikeneers. And then you're just waiting there, homie. We do have a cloud castle, and so I was talking about building some Pegasus riders up there as well. Because I thought maybe it'd be nice. Thieves Guild's so hot right now. They're the best. Yeah, we said we need about 6 to 8 ballistas to kill a dragon. Oh, they're going after the Demi-Lich. Brave adventurers. There's so few things left to kill that they said, all right, we'll go for the Demi-Lich. Yeah, and I don't know. I guess that Baron stack probably can't move that one there. I don't think it has leader. The Baron clearly does not have a lot of leaders right now. Do not end the run without fighting the Demi-Lich. The content potential on that one is not negligible. Well, we're going to get it. The adventurers are going right in. Words hello. The conquesting is going well. We're on the home stretch. Ooh, dragoned. The Warlock run you're in has an odd peninsula next to it. Next to capitalism. He got spawn camped until the Guardian died, then went north against the Scourge. The dwarves in the north, man, the dwarves, they reproduce at such a rate in this game. 2 cave cow dead. Nice. Good adventuring party. At the Great Tower, we killed some green kobolds. At the Iron Mine, a guild stalker dies to an arcane storm dragon. In the mausoleum, this is the fight against the Demi-Lich, who does have soul drain, invulnerability, and banefire. And is also capable of summoning like an infinite amount of those guys. He just soul drains the entire party over and over again. Oh my god, soul drain also drains. I actually don't think a Demi-Lich with soul drain can be killed. Pretty much, right? Unless you have a magic item, because he's got non-magical invulnerability. So if you had like an assassin with that could do 17 burst damage, which I don't know how you would do that. Otherwise, he can just drain so quickly. Elder dragons killing stuff. Gore-Tide horrors. Oh, the Gore-Tide horror got killed. That's nice. Ooh, and we got more griffins. Oh, which is great, because I did not actually pick up the griffins last time. Ya dum-dum. Let's go there. You're going to go there. Join him. Kill them. This guy is a weird mixed army at the moment. That's okay, though. We're going to go for that Blackstone Tower. Big Turg is going to upgrade this to Assassins, Shadowstalker Guild, and then rejoin that army. Where do you live, Arcane Fire Dragon? Are you in that Iron Mine or that Gold Stream? I think so. I think the answer to that is yes. This guy does not really have a good army. I'm going to go look at the Baron's Castle. I can't imagine we're going to be able to fight it. And I tell you what, I'm actually going to put an Adventuring Guild in here, I think. Why not? Frankly, why not? Grab a little Pegasus Guild. And then this guy is swordsman, pikeneers, Zweihanders. He does have some heavy infantry. He is like a siege army, but he doesn't have to be. We'll just start setting him up for success. Sorry, you're on sentry. Okay. Age of Wonders 4 DLC content has the interactions for dragon rulers. Oh, yes. The new DLC is really good. It looks really good. I'm very excited. It's going to feel like a brand new game playing it on Monday. Playing it all next week. Cannot wait. Absolutely. Absolutely jazzed. Banish. All undead are banishable. Oh, that is a good point. Yeah. What happens if you banish an immortal character, though? Does it just come back? Or does it get sent to the underworld? Okay, that fire dragon is certainly on a roam about. Phase spiders getting killed by adventurers. Did anybody live? Nope. That's pretty funny. Double KO. Swordsman. What does this guy have? Frostbrand. Cool. Add him in. Grab those swordsmen. You guys wait. 1, 2. What's your wound? Lost an eye. Not anymore. You just picked up an elixir of health, so I figure why not? Now we've got a good Griffin army. They're ready to roll. Spearmen and some crossbowmen here. And then, I don't know, go to that teleporter. You're going to hunt down wherever that dragon base is. 199 units in the Baron's Castle. A lot of longbowmen, a lot of tower guard. These are awesome tower guard. They're crossbowmen with shields and swords. They're mean, man. They are really, really fun. I feel like the Baron should have more troops around that I can't find. I'm gonna grab that Beastmasters, and then honestly, I think you're just gonna go back to the King's Castle. Lots of Pegasi. I'll probably do one more round of recruitment for them. And then we're on the hunt. We got Griffins on the hunt. We'll have Pegasus on the hunt. We'll march after any remaining Baron Lords, which I don't know where their Lord is, but we'll have to teleport some Griffins down there to deal with that dragon nest, probably. Where are you, little kobolds? I'm starting to also feel like I might just end up killing all the kobold leaders. 1, 2, 3. Those are all dragons. So I think the kobolds actually only have 3 leaders on the map. guys are hunting deer. You're hunting a dragon. How close did you guys get? He's down to 54 HP because of the disease. So that Elder Dragon is almost dead. Over in Hyperbachi. We might still be able to get him to fall for one of our traps. All right, here's the other Cobalt Stronghold. And that's the Fire Dragon's Roost, maybe? Maybe? I think that's where... I think coal mines are where Fire Dragons go. Yeah, I don't think I want to mess with that. You don't have an Assassin's Contract up anytime soon. You're going to grab the last of these Pegasi and then walk right into an ambush. Nice. Love that for you. Let's grab some of these dudes. Just for kicks. Meteor, Soul Slay, Fire Resistance, sure. Pikeneers. What you do us on Swordsman? So he's only like one Pikeneer short right now, right? Yeah. Do I need him to move fast? I guess I could. Maybe he fights the Demi-Lich. Alright, you're gonna slaughter these kobolds. That Guild Assassin is probably gonna kill this witch right now. I think that's a very, very likely shot. I don't know what you guys think you're doing, but I'm gonna cut you off there. These guys are gonna go for this Citadel, probably. So why don't we add some Spearmen and some more Ballistas? And then we'll add another Griffin Rider pack here. Move them in to intercept. This might be a quicker hunt this morning than I thought. Propose chat to only answer agents' questions with yes for a while, but that might be unnecessarily cruel. Yo, what are you, just a bunch of yes men? Would I catch on? I think that's the real question. Or would my flu brain still be like, I don't know what's happening? Twitch wanted to advertise itself in the video, switched to that, got stuck and went back to regular mode. Signs of the end of the internet are getting more and more obvious. Dead internet theory. We're all just bots talking to other bots. Made worse by the advent of AI. Ooh, man. 2 dragons down there. I've been thinking about, like, how I used to see these dragons as being really bad because they only went for mines. And I'm starting to realize how good that is because kobolds don't need anything but mines. All right, those guys slaughtered. Against the Black Sorceress, unfortunately, we did not... Oh, that's really funny. So she attacked me here thinking that she would win. I have a Navigator with mirror armor and constant mirror images. That's so funny. Why did I do that? What is my equipment layout here? They thought they were going to win this, but I guess the Griffin Riders are just so damn good. That they don't. What happened to the Black Sorceress in this army? Did she get, like... I don't know how she got killed so quickly. Oh, sorry. This is the Southern Army. My bad. I actually initiated this one. This dude's running along. Maybe we send that army to hell. It's tempting. Lightning Spear, Scroll of Abyssal Blast, Ring of Invisibility. Maybe. All Insane, thank you for the follow. You're in the right place. Welcome to the agency. Yeah, wow. Oh, I guess we were pretty badly outnumbered here. Cloud of Death and Disintegrate. Cloud of Death's a nasty spell, man. I don't typically like using it because the friendly fire is so high on it. Now, that, on the other hand, might be a little bit better. Or I might just lose this entire stacked Cloud of Death. It really depends. If this Guild Assassin would join in, it would be a surefire win. But that's going to be a mystery for somebody else. Grab your last Pikeneer. You're ready to boogie. But I'm also going to level up this guy. Chuck him in here for fun. And then you guys can move next turn. Could you kill them? You guys don't have much of a front line anymore. But I suppose we could give it a shot. You're not slowed at the moment. Take all these Pikeneers. Why don't we take those Swyhanders? That way we have 19 Swyhanders. I could take like the Cloud Archers here. 10 Cloudfolk Archers. And the Cloudfolk Elders. Honestly, kind of tempted. Didn't want to take that many guys. 20 of those is enough. So we'll leave the Spearmen, we'll leave some Pikeneers, we'll leave the Archers. But we'll take all the Cloudfolk people. 86 versus 164. Yeah, we could cut them off. Nice. And this is going to be a slaughter here. I guarantee. Meanwhile, this guy is going to head his way down that way to look about. We are another Assassinations contract. So I'm going to go for the Baron on this one because I'm curious to see how that'll work. And then I'm just going to put him on sentry. You guys are going to fly downwards and steal that magic library. And then we'll look for any other kobolds. I guess probably down here with those Pegasi. I don't know what I'm doing with these boats. Just sit on them right now. Returned. Food has been consumed. Important question. Did you miss Mona? No, she's sleeping in the sun right now. She might come out when the sun gets a little higher in the sky. Right now she's got her cat bed is like right in the sunspot in the morning. So she eats breakfast. Then she goes up in that bed and she's like, I'm out. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Cloud Elders. Cloud Elders. I mean, they're just like okay mages. There's nothing really all that special to them. Level 1 storm magic. It's more just that they're the only guys you can create in the Cloud Cities. The only commanders you can create in the Cloud Cities, I should say. Smart kitty. Yeah. She's pretty clever. While also being pretty dumb. She's a little of both. Whew. Yeah, that black sorceress got a few of you. Got quite a few of you. Thankfully, I hit 7 Griffin Lords in this army. Here's the fight against the dragon. Look at how many traps are in this place. Dragon's dead before the fight even starts. I love how it's like the army of summoned long dead just start eating all the traps for the most part. Not all of them, but quite a lot of them. And then the moose. Honestly, this is one of my favorite parts about this army, just that there's a bunch of summoned moose who always break through the gates first. And they're able to trample and push a hole. This army is so good. A bunch of summoned moose push a hole. It fills with long dead as 2 air elementals on the side just start like raining down death and climbing the walls. Disgusting. This is a disgusting army. Not to mention that the hero is like extremely immortal at this point. Archer found a moonstone. Guildstalker fails against the Storm Dragon. No surprise there. Brigand Chief do decent at the last lookout. In the Oasis, a Master Thief dies to a wolf. And in Cloud City, our archers killed some kobolds. Ooh, we have another grave robber. And furthermore, that grave robber is not actually just going to get killed every turn. Dragon Steigba. Okay. You're gonna go there. You guys are gonna come down here. So I think this area is purged. There's a couple of dragon nests down here. I think there's one here and one here. You guys are going to purge this next turn. It's not even a nest. I guess you're going to go east against these dragons. So you know what? I will take these alchemical catapults and storm bows then. Because he actually has quite a few sieges to do. Now, those kobolds went there, I think. Yeah. So we'll take them out. Scroll of Heavenly Ascension. I might also just start yeeting some armies into the other planes for fun. I've never been to Celestia before. So getting to visit on a absolute suicide run could be a laugh. At the very least, I'll get to see some angel units, which I also don't think I've ever seen yet. So, Doc, hello, good morning. Warlock run, you got a hero, fought a random merchant, got a crystal heart, cursed item, 10 regen. Yeah, I love the crystal heart. It's really good. Obviously better if you can get it on a high HP hero, because, again, regen is only going to make you invulnerable if you don't take 150% damage. Fennec the Assassin died from disease. Well, that's okay. Ice Druid, Assassin, Mage Pilot, Catapults, I don't know, Swordsman and Spearman, why not? You know what? I'm going to grab a Griffin Lord and some Griffin Riders down here, because this guy's army does have a bunch of Griffins in it. And then I could just add them in. Furthermore, a bunch of you have really random items, so why don't we put those on the front line instead? The Oakbane Axe. The Amulet of Bear Control. I have 2 rings of invisibility here. Sweep. That's nice. All right, you're going to go down this way. Look for those Baron heroes. You're going to overrun those kobolds. You're going to become a Frost Father. Hailstorm. That's never gone badly before. And Thunderstrike, Orb Lightning. Ooh. Lightning Resistance also would actually be really good. You guys are going to have to maybe stay put. No, you know what? They'll catch up. There's a mine there. There's a mine there. So we'll keep heading south with you. You can join that army. I believe. We are close to it. Got rainbow armor to buy. Made its way onto him, so he's got 16 HP. Nice, nice. Flaming sword, room for more gear. I mean, I don't know that your warlock needs a flaming sword, but it is very fitting if he is a fire warlock. Summon a bunch of elementals. As long as you don't end up against like a red kobold army, you should be okay. One could say he's a hero. He's become the front line. I mean, if you have combat caster as well, it can still work, so. Pegasus do great. These other guys do great. Ooh, a green enchantress. Curse of the Frog Prince. Green enchantresses get charm. Summon Murder of Crows. These are one of like the few characters that you can actually successfully conquer the Outer Planes with, is my understanding, because they have so many charm spells. I mean, I think you could do it with a lot of different characters, but they just make it a bit easier. Is that the last Kobold commander? I think he might be. I might not have to kill any of these dragons. What if I start making a bunch of galleons up here? Oh, I guess I could make a bunch of galleons down south as well, seeing as we could take them through the portal. Just wondering about sailing over an army to the Void Lord. Void Lord? High Cultist? Dude's a great Earth Warlock. 3 apprentices are the other 3 elements. Nice. Cool. Collecting all the Pokemon. Earth Warlock's very fun. You can go into Agartha and dig around and find a... my understanding is there is always access to the elemental plane through Agartha. But you have to like be able to dig and find it. Battle in a fairy circle. What happened here? Why are there so many -5s? Tower guard dies. Weird. Somebody drowns in the sea. So this is a lord. High lords. These are baron units. What's funny is because he's a frontline baron unit, our guys didn't kill him. The assassin attacked them, but he went for like a tower guard instead. Part of me is like, should I also be building Griffin Lords up here? I guess you guys can wait a turn. What happened to this deck? That's who I want to see if I can kill. You're just going to grab that coal mine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I kill that army there that I'm attacking, I think that's the last Kobold commander. Do believe that's the last Kobold commander. Let's make a Griffin Lord up here. You know what, man? I think he could probably, even with that small army, I think he could probably kill that Baron. The Griffin Lords are really good, so. If you can't kill him, he can at least do a lot of damage. I just love that. Basically, under the Guildmaster's watchful eye, brigands have thrived like never before. Brigands have conquered the lands. Roaming free. Ah, there's another mine up here. I missed that one. That might be a commander. Kind of look like a white Kobold Prophet. But he might not be. No, my Pegasus. Mm-mm-mm-mm. 134 kills on these Griffin Riders. It's nuts, dudes. You found a burning sword. These guys attacked. They died. But they did kill a lot of units. Including the High Lord, which is the more important part. My Pegasus Riders did not kill this Bile Dragon. Which isn't really a surprise. What did you just heal via? Bile Dragon healed for a lot of HP. And I don't know how. If he didn't heal in the middle of that fight, we might have killed him. I just saw his like HP jump. Right there. Oh, I think he was over HP at the beginning. I think that might have been it. Which again, I'm not clear on how that works. No, 110 out of 110. I just want to know what this effect is. There. Ah, he gets a chest wound, so his maximum HP gets reduced by 20%, which puts him over his normal HP, which looks like he got healed, but actually it's his whole HP drop. That's what it was. Yeah. Cool. And then in Fort Eternity, sorry, a Dusk Dragon attacked a bunch of crossbowmen and won. Wish they'd attack these ballista over here. So Griffin Lord, Griffin Riders. Well, maybe make an assassin up here too. Have him just start looking around. How many of these can you take? All of them. $154 units. It's a lot of archers, but I think that's okay. Off you go, lads. You guys are going to come up here, grab them, and attack this tower. You're going to come down there. So we've got this iron mine. I don't know, man. Maybe this castle over here is next. You've cleared out everything over here. No, we have this cobalt hatchery to go. Attack that mountain stronghold. You no longer need to move backwards, so you're actually going to come on the attack down here. I am really wondering where the last of this Cobalt Commander is. They can fly, right? So them getting a sky castle is not out of the question. But you can't have mines in the sky, so it wouldn't really be like a place for them to logically go. And again, I think I'm just commander hunting at this point. Which dragons don't count as far as I am aware. The Demi-Lich Beacons. Could be camping and growing an army, yeah. Flamen Tower. That's wiped out. Monan the Grave Robber found an alicorn. That's fun. Good for him. Yeah. Just gonna have them wipe out armies. You're going that way. You're going, I don't know. I don't actually intend for any of you guys to leave here. If I can kill all the stuff over here, I'll attack the Demi-Lich on the way back. How's that for a deal? You guys are going to go after that Bile Dragon. Good luck. You're going to go after them. You're going up here. Yeah, wherever they are right now, they are scared, shaking in their booties. The Demi-Lich is going to be funny because he's just going to cast that Aura of Unlife spell and just kill everybody. Like, it pretty much does not matter what I bring to that fight. He is just going to life drain the whole group. It is one of the funny things about playing a group like Guild Adventurer or Baron or Senator is that you don't really have anything that's not just human troops. With the slight exception of being like, oh, well, I could get Cloudfolk. But I think Cloudfolk still count as alive. They're ethereal, but I think they still count as alive. Wow, that Bile Dragon got absolutely spanked. What happened here? Lance charge, lance charge, lance charge. Little bit of poison. Some old trinkets. Oh, yeah. Okay, the Grave Robbers are really good once they get going. Once they actually have a spot to like, rob safely. You can wipe them out. 136 of you. Methinks you're a scouting troop right now. I'm a little bit curious if Vassal Knights count as leaders for the Baron. Because they're stupid. But they can command units. They do command units. But not under the Baron's direct control. I'm still really hoping that Elder Dragon tries to take on those 8 Ballista and just gets destroyed. That's the trap I'm gunning for. Jump him with 20 assassins? I mean, there are about 20 assassins coming for the Baron right now. It's a pretty accurate number. Nice. Soften up those guys for me, Brigands. You guys are the front charge. And I am also starting to worry, like, do dragons count as commanders? I'd hate it if that was the case, but it's possible. The Demi-Lich! Those brigands. They just can't get enough of that mausoleum, can they? Over at Camel's Gate, a small group of brigands leads charge. I do pretty good. Some deer get killed over here. We kill some guys out in the open. Pick up a moonstone. The mausoleum. No surprise. Demi-Lich kills them all. Here's the other Bile Dragon. He'll probably do a bit better. Just because he has literally more HP. Archers, dragon spawn. Yeah, see, I don't see a commander in here. One, two, three. No Academy of Higher Magic. That was the last spot to check. There's no Baron up here. Not a longbowman. So maybe I will try to assassinate this vassal knight. The last lookout, and then these are the last two citadels. I don't think any of these are kobold layers. I could be wrong on that, though. These dragons have been in those hills for a long time. Just need a few good birds. I mean, we do have some birds. It's just that they're mostly stuck in a forest and don't want to get out. They're surprisingly not interested in killing these dragons. Though it would be great. Can you imagine if one of the adventuring guilds went to fight the dragons and charmed them? And then an adventuring guild was just walking around with a charmed dragon? My favorite part of that is that it is very possible. Oh, okay, you guys killed that bile dragon easy peasy again. Here I've been worried about dragons this whole game when I have an immediate answer to them. And it is Griffin Knights. You know what? You guys are actually going to fly down here and teleport. This is a hatchery. This is also a dusk dragon. Yeah, it's your army. You should be fine. That is the army. Everybody is descending on this port at the same time. There's you can see there's like just a load of assassins all coming up here for the Baron. Or the Baron's vassals, I suppose. I am definitely like, there's no commanders on the map. The High Cultist is the only one I know who actually has a commander. So, like, do dragons count? Or, greater fear, have they gotten somewhere else? Some bandits just joined us to fight that dragon, the Elder. Yeah, see, we're not... There's, like, no computer movement right now. Griffin Lords, battle in the Iron Mine. Our hero gets a kill. The hero slayed the dragon. That's pretty great. Map of Pandemonium and a portable pit. Ooh. Should we use that portable pit? Who picked up that map of Pandemonium? More pandemonium. This is the most mapped out I've ever had in Furnace. You guys fly there. Make sure you don't drown en route. You know what? Let's grab a Griffin Lord and some Griffin Riders. Let's grab another grave robber here. Another green guild mage and a green enchantress and a catapulter and some swies. Just overkill across the board here. Command beast charm. Cloud of confusion. Ooh. I think summon wolf over Curse of the Frog Prince, I think. Not that any of it matters. Just want to add those to the army. Well, guys, I think your job here is done. Let's go to Celestia. Take over a farm. Wow, I didn't expect Celestia to just look like our plane. I thought it was going to be more like clouds and, you know, stereotypical heaven looking. 18 damage. You don't have a poison dagger, so you really cannot kill him. You're parked there. The two of you are just going to dig up treasure. Like playing Baron because your only solution is is ballistas. It's a lot of ballistas. It's a lot of tower guard. The knights are pretty good too. Oh, hi Mona. Is the sunshine done for today? Yeah? You wanted to come in and say hi to everybody? Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do. We'll watch that fight against the Dusk Dragon with her. First, 1,000,000 assassins must move across the map. Oh, there's one. Into the Baron's castle. I wonder, the Baron might actually be in there, but be invisible. Snakes. Ah, that's the fight I want to watch. No? You gotta say hi to everybody. Send me some rules. QQQ. You smell funny. I think you need a bath. You're stinky, huh? You're a big stinker today. But I still love you. Oh no, he lived with 2 HP. I was curious. The lightning ballistas obviously don't work so good against white kobolds. Alright, they got him. Well, the rest is wash. What happened here? We lost an animist. Surprisingly. Wonder what hit my back line. I guess it must have been archers. Or the white dragon spawn, maybe? Pendant of the Forest King, a magic lamp, a moonstone. Oh, that animist. That was the one with the one that summoned the mooses. The moosies. Our guild stalker takes out a ballista. I mean, honestly, pretty good thing to take out. Bro is just jiving. I didn't realize this guild stalkers are ethereal. guys take on some brigands. Oh, that's in space. Apparently, you can use a magic bean in the clouds, and if you do, it opens a portal to Celestia, and Celestia invades. This is something I recently learned about, which I think is pretty funny. All right, what else we got going on here? Grab that coal mine back. Homies, this is way too calm. Look at these dudes. Hates witches and cultists, local leadership, combat caster, blessed paladin magic level 2. Dude, Celestia looks like it's kind of a great place to be. I should have came up here a long time ago. He says, waiting for like the horrors to start showing up. All right, you guys are really in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of a clear grassy field over to that portal, so I guess we'll take that one. You got some coastal settlements. Here's the High Cultist. So this is their only guy. He's just been sitting here doing nothing all game, pretty much. Every now and then he gets on a boat. We'll attack him with both armies next turn. I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, I'm definitely starting to feel confused about where the last of their armies are. So many hidden things like that, it's crazy. I thought Celestia was gonna be like clouds and just full of angels and like heavenly fire, and I thought it was gonna be a nightmare scenario going in there. Not realizing I can't just like walk around. There's probably some big armies, but they might not just be like hunting me down immediately. Or at least not yet. I don't understand where these kobolds are. The Baron Vassal Knights must count as commanders. I mean, my assassins will find the kobolds because they seem to like fire like heat-seeking missiles, so. Last lookout. Yeah, we slaughter them. That was it. The last citadel was conquered by Big Turg, so Riz the Kobold King has been eliminated. We defeated the Riz King. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, I told you I'd fight that Demi-Lich. By Jove, I'm going to do it. By the gods. By the 9. Ooh, what are you? A Harbinger. A divine being in human form, the Harbinger is winged and armed with a heavenly horn that destroys undead beings and unworthy humans. They are surrounded by a radiant aura that intimidates mortals and prevents them from harming the angelic being. Ah, +2. You're also blessed. Ooh, morale 3, MR 3, and piercing resistance. That's a cool set of blessings. I guess that's the L blessings. Boat goes in. You go in. Heck, I guess you go in too. You're gonna go there. That should be the High Cultist done. And then it's just the Baron. Buying things just to buy them? I mean, at this point, yeah, kind of. We have a lot of money. We do own the entirety of Elysium and have banking guilds everywhere, so. Party at the cult place, nothing sketchy. Okay, maybe a little sketchy. Maybe it's just some good, clean cultist fun. If I conquer a citadel with a trade port in another plane. Can I open an arcane guild there? 3 assassins. Oh, the assassins are just like dive bombing the barons right now. Which does make sense. That's what I told them to do. Okay, that was a commander moving. The Baron's castle. Oh, I think he took out the trebuchet. Nice. One trebuchet gone. 1 kraken gone. 3 archers gone. Yeah, see, this is the problem. Is like there is a vassal here, but the vassal knights are front line, so instead they're just attacking archers. But it is very funny to see like 3 of them attack at the same time. This is us versus the High Cultist. The High Cultist gets poisoned by an assassin and dies. And then the Griffins just storm the walls. I have way too many archers in this fight. No, my Griffin Riders, you've been charmed. I think I really slept on these guys most of the game. Like a stack of 25 Griffin Riders does more than most armies do. And like they're not invincible. You do have to refuel them with more Griffins, but they are really good, especially out in the open. The back of this is just like cloud elementals and lesser water elementals. All right, I think we get it. 1 Admiral dies, 1 Griffin Lord dies. All my Griffin Riders. We slaughter them, get a scroll of pandemic paths and an amulet of hate. It's time to go to hell. Yeehaw! The High Cultist has been eliminated. The last citadel was conquered by Big Turg. Do you have it? This guy has it? Pandemic paths? Did my Admiral die here too? I guess he did. Bilgo, you're in charge of everybody. Congratulations. I don't need this many guys. You know what? I don't need any of these archers. How many mariners and crossbowmen do we have here? 38 mariners and 26 guild mercenaries. You know what? I think that's enough. Frankly, I think that's quite enough, young man. Realistically, I should use this army to attack this Mont Bailey first. Ooh. Ooh, angelic warriors with fire-branded swords. Where do you think this gateway goes? Let's find out. The primal plane. An archangel with a fiery sword. Look at us, plane hopping like there's no tomorrow. Leave your keys at the door and jump in the well. Pandemonium of pants. Pantsdemonium. I guess I do feel like that army of 25 Griffin Riders can probably just kill the Baron's final castle. So I think what we'll do is we'll have that big army take that Mott and Bailey, and then anybody else is going straight to hell. Technically, I don't have to take this Mott and Bailey. I only need to take the Baron's castle, because Mott and Bailey's aren't citadels. Well, if that's the case, he realizes. If that's the case, I don't have a guild master in this army. So I have no way of converting villages to sages guilds. Straight to hell with you. I have 168 units. There's an oven of sins. The Infernal Tower, a tower of vice, has a greater demon. I don't have any like siege equipment here. So here's the deal. I need a citadel. That is the capital. Wow, there's a lot of that's 3 trade in the District of Fraud. This guy would be really hellish to fight. Excuse the pun. Everybody else in here is like okay. Though not ideal. These guys all have regeneration, Bloodsworn. But I feel like we could take the rest of them, but that one greater demon is certainly good enough to just like stack wipe my entire army. There are 14 Shadow Imps and a Fiend of Darkness here. Dark Magic level 1. Ooh. CC, how we doing? Hello, welcome. Scourge Lord would go crazy up in heaven. It has trees. Yeah, you're right. He would. Scourge Lord invades heaven would be a very fun campaign. They have life and thus can be drained of it. This do be hell. All right, maybe we just try for this. I don't know what magic he has. Well, we could get lucky. Think we're gonna die in this house? I think so too. We do have spellcasters, so yeah. All these other places also have greater demons defending them. It looks like so. I'd rather attack a base while we actually have guys to do it. Giddy up, Buttercup. I think we're gonna die. I mean, when you know you only have one place left to take on Elysium, you might as well start invading the other planes. I'm not sitting here on 1,000 scrolls of planar travel for no good reason. I mean, I guess I am, but yeah, you know, there could be a good reason. We did win the first fight. I don't know if we won the second fight. The assassins went after him right away. They didn't kill him, but they did do a fair bit of damage. What does he have? Bloodburst, fall. Yeah. So he's got falling fires. This is the burst 25 fire damage spell that just wrecks. Thankfully, he is mostly summoning imps and fire elementals at the moment. which is giving me a little bit of time. I'm getting blessed by RNG in this fight at the moment. How come we are not, like, moving in here? Ramses has regeneration, right? Battle Fright. Ooh. You also have fire resistance 200. That's hilarious. That's a very good thing for someone invading hell to have. The archers and the spellcasters are on him now. This Griffin Rider needs to, like, climb the walls. Oh, never mind. Just got deleted out of orbit. Is this Minesweeper? Pretty much, yeah. It's just fantasy Lord of the Rings Minesweeper. Not inaccurate. We have that ice switch in here too, I think. Maybe? I don't know who we have in here that's casting. We have a Sea Father. Might just actually be, oh, the Engineer Megas has Storm Winds. This was not the worst army to invade hell with. I wouldn't say it's the best army. That guy is still alive. He's got 1 armor, but boy, our crossbows are not doing anything to him for the most part. I guess cover reduces the damage by 7 and 8. Stone parapet with heavy cover. Wow, wow, wow. What is this, hell or something? Boom. And then we get attacked again, but this time we're on defense with a ton of crossbows. I believe this means we have a foothold in hell. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this means we have a foothold in hell. We most certainly do. Ramses, you are in charge of this army now. And boy, does it need replenishment. Oh no! You can't get good troops here. You can get Bloodsworn. Which, actually, pretty goddamn good. Heavy infantry with regeneration. I guess you will be getting an infinite number of those from here until forever. And we're going to take this town in Celestia. I don't know, man. Maybe I should send this guy through a portal somewhere, too. Do you guys have any scrolls? You must. You've been around forever. I have 2 scrolls of Pandemic Pass and Infernal Gateways here. Interesting. Interesting. Dragon, grab the army. No, that's not a good spot to be. I can't imagine Megma is a place that I want to be on top of. Let's use another scroll of Pandemic Paths. Hey, we're right next to the Citadel of Sin, where the Duke of Hell himself lives, Asmodeus. Infernal Magic level 4. Summon Succubus. Pre-battle. Hell's Reign. This guy also has Oblivion, so he gets a bonus life and a Gem of Flying. Now, this is my best army. Ironically enough, got right in next to the other group. I'm going to swap our homie out so he's in the lead. I don't have much of a front line here, but I do have 10 of these ballistas. I do have 10 ballistas, which are very good at sieging locations. Now, these storm demons are immune to ballista fire. Correction, they're immune to the chain lightning. They're not immune to the ballista fire itself. I don't know how we do here, but I'm willing to try it. This is our like main stack. What's red on the walls? That's called the Wall of Torment. It is a special effect, and I don't know what it does. But those are hands. There's hands and there's like skulls here. So I'm assuming they do some sort of terrible damage. What do you think happens if I tunnel? Oh, I know what happens. If you tunnel downwards from hell, I think you go into the void. That's probably not a good idea. Well, that should be a fun little experiment. Banestar. That sounds like a cool weapon. Let's go put that on that merchant prince, I guess. Grab some other guys here. Decay. Yeah, that is pretty good. Give that to Hannafel. You can go join the other riders. All right. Guessing it torments you, just a guess though. Save and do it. No, I have read because you can dig. If you dig through Agartha, you get to Infernus. Or you get to Hades. And then if you dig through that, you get to Infernus. And then if you dig through that, you get to the Void. I'm not really clear. There is some weird digging mechanics. It's the same thing if you go to the sky and you plant a magic bean, it will grow a giant beanstalk up into heaven. And then all the angels in heaven will go, oh, we can just climb down this. And they will start slaughtering Elysium. I don't think our brigand guilds would do very well. You guys ready to fight a demi-lich? I can't believe we're going to do this and just like let this entire army die. I tell you what, I'm going to leave the catapults behind because they can't participate in this fight. And it just feels like a waste considering everything's going to die fighting that demi-lich probably. I don't know how this is going to go, but we're going to give it a try. You guys are going to attack those angels. And you're going to attack the Duke of Hell. Things we don't get to say every day. I've never been to the Primal Plains before either, which is very fun. I think I've seen every plane in the game now. Elysium, Agartha, Hades. This is like Aztlan, which is like the Aztec gods. It's like 6 planes. That's the elemental plane, and that's the void, which I don't know why we can't see at all, but you guys are vibing. You're not leaving that tower any day soon. That's your safe space. And then back at the king's castle. And some ballistas. Merry Christmas, ballistas. What'd you get? Cobalt skin boots. Well, that's appropriate. Ants are still a far scarier endgame. I mean, that is true. If you got a choice, get them all. Head straight to the hills. Wipe them all out. I'm going to zoom in because I don't want to see whether or not we succeed in battles before we have these battles. We can watch all of our million different adventuring parties wander around the map. Brigands? How many brigand armies are there? Counting assassins. There's a lot. I can't count them all. Some of these brigand armies must also be huge. Hoog. Okay. There's been a battle in the Baron's castle. Ooh. I actually didn't account for 15 rounds of ballista fire. Not to mention those tower guard. I think they beat us here pretty resoundingly. If we could kill off some of the ballista, it would be nice. These guys are too busy trying to break through the gates, even though they can fly right over them. Well, we killed most of the tower guard, which is good. And we did kill a chunk of the ballista. Part of me was like, oh, I guess I should have waited for those other griffins to show up, but I don't think it would have mattered. Here's the battle against the Demi-Lich. I imagine this is going to go about as well as you expect. Oh, I do have the old wizard here. If he was to do something like cast Call Lightning, I mean, he's only got 9 HP, which is the problem. And if this guy casts Soul Drain on the entire battlefield, he's going to get so much HP. What is he casting? He's preparing to cast Soul Drain. Air elemental attacks with project lightning. He takes 11 points of damage. He just soul drains so much HP. What is he doing? Apothecary casts Curse. He's just casting Reanimation. Well, that's really good for us. Cast Banefire. That one is pretty good for us. Dude, he cast that Soul Drain in like a single turn. Oh, because he can cast 2 spells. Back up to 34 HP. Nuked. Wow. All right, we did better than I thought. We did significantly better than I thought, I would actually say. Got an athlete's habergeon and a spell scroll and a ring of invisibility. That's all there. Some people are insane. Brigands. At the Star Spire. Oh, this is fighting the angels. Didn't realize she had Cloud of Death turned on. So she's just killed 2 of the Griffin Riders. If not more. Hey, you guys have a lot of HP, hey? Magic Shields. Reduces incoming attacks from 0 to 3. Bows 0 to 6. And you have 4 armor. And slashing and blunt. Well, okay, so arrows don't do damage to you. But griffins do. That's good to know. The Citadel of Sin. So they have catapults. But we have storm ballistas. He's already at half HP. What are your spells? Rain of Blood. 7 fair damage against the entire battlefield. Slumbering Army. Sleep the entire battlefield. Fire resistance and armor 2 to all friends. Mass combustion. Imp Horde. Summons 1 to 12 imps. Yeah, okay. Infernal Magic. So you can cast 2 of these spells. You could, in fact, just cast 2 fear spells in a row. Okay, we failed to kill him before the actual combat starts. Hellfire! Entire battlefield. 1 to 10 fire damage. That's not even what he cast. He cast Flamestorm on me. There's the sleep spell. The entire army failed. The entire army. Except for like 1 guild mercenary and a spell spool. Oh, buddy. Wake up. Wake up, you damn fools. Oh, no, you're asleep again. This guy also has a second life. There's the Rain of Blood. Where's our hero? There he is. He's in here. He's lost an eye. These are electrified gates as well, so they do damage every time we hit them. Are you immune to fire? You're not. You are burning. The big question is honestly going to be whether or not this guy is strong enough to solo all these guys. Hell's Rain does potentially 24 damage on a max roll, not counting crits. The Greater Demon at least is dead. The imps are all being summoned. The fair rolls are real. Because he'll break a lot of people with that. Is Big Turk still alive? He is. Our original OG. I can't believe I sent Big Turk to fight the Duke of Hell. That was quite a power move. Hellbind Heart. What is Hellbind Heart? Enslave. Ooh, he resisted it, but... he's just like perma-locked asleep. Oh, one of the gates is down. I guess the problem is if he's the last man standing, he also can't regen. Now, that being said, we have a bunch of Venus flytraps back here, so as long as they are alive, he will keep regenning. Bit more of the blisters, and I think we could have won. I actually think so, yeah. There was an idea I had about just making an army of about 30 of those Storm Spool ballistas. And just seeing how they worked. Oh, he converted me. That's game. He converted my immortal Wraith King hero. who summons an unlimited amount of undead. Well, that went about as well as I expected, I have to say. Actually, I would say that went better than I expected. Storm Demons killed 92 units. Whoa. The Storm Spool Ballistas are basically the only thing that succeeded. And of course, they couldn't kill the Storm Demons. Which makes sense. R.I.P. Big Turg. I'd argue you kind of lived until the end. You guys did take over a town in heaven, though, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and I guess I have no way of getting more storm spools up there. Well, let's just finish this then. I just need an army to fight those guys. Are all my armies on the outer planes? Oh no, we have the Demi-Lich army as well. Okay, okay. They technically lived. No, they took some serious damage. The sleep was brutal, yeah. I mean, I love the fact that it's like, okay, 30 Storm Spool Ballistas can win against the Duke of Hell. Honestly, even 20 would have killed him at least once. All we have to do here is take the Baron's Castle and we win the actual game, so. Bedtime for that army. Little sleepy, little sweepy army. Had to lie down and take a nap. Life was too hard in hell. Hey. Who's that guy? We got an old hero? Battle in Flame Tower. Oh, good job, Brigands. This guy is a Silver Arcana. Right, you're just waiting on this crazy character. Same here. Tracing the hero with a shovel of the Mole King. Ooh, Dark Wizards. Okay, this guy grabs the Griffins. Starts flying up here. Grab them together. My answer to this castle is just fly a bunch of Griffins at it. I mean, that southern army who fought the Lich also has about 6 catapults, so it's just going to take them, I think, longer than it will take for a couple rounds of Griffins. Well, I have to say, at least we have a presence in Infernus. We have a presence in Celestia. We're in the clouds. We're in Agartha. We own all of Elysium, -1 location. I feel like it's a good spot for a guild to feel. Trade offices. We have trade offices in Celestia and Infernus. That's the way I'm going to phrase it, I think. They are for sure going to keep sending guys at me up there, too. Oh, cool. Our heroes went and killed a Vassal Knight up at this Mountain Bailey. How did they do this? Wow. This is like the most successful adventuring party ever. They killed the Vassal Lord. Blood boil and flames. We were ambushed by some ghosts. Honestly, that might mean that that I only have to kill that hero to win. You guys are still crazy. A lot of still crazy people on the map, I've noticed. Teal color of yours all over the map is an indicator of you winning. Then I guess you're basically done here. Yeah, we just got to kill this Baron's Castle. That's all. Because I guess Vassal Knights count as commanders. So there is another Vassal Knight wandering around. So we'd have to kill the hero and the Vassal Knight. Or we can just take the Citadel. I feel like it's pretty equal in difficulty. It's all solved by Griffin Riders, no matter what the answer is. I would be okay with a skip watching all of your stupid units move option. It can be nice to see where you are, but at a certain point, you hit like critical mass. They are attacking us in hell, but we are prepared for that. Oh, I did lose my captain, though. Stupid hellhounds. You're still crazy, eh? Wow. Are you immortal? I don't know why you're temporarily insane. Same here. Oops. All right, that's definitely enough. We should be able to finish that now. Missed last stream. What happened to the pale ones and the demons? The demons, we basically just assassinated all of their commanders, which was fine until a bunch of demons went loose and started rampaging across the countryside. But it was a fun consequence of killing them. The pale ones, I believe I hunted down all their citadels. They were kind of pushed into this area around here. These two cities where the senator was and this collection of towers in the Cloud Castle. And then we just kind of pincered in on all sides. We sort of pushed in from Belcoria, and then we pushed up through the demonologist's lands. So they had quite a few armies. The pale one actually had quite a few armies still roaming around that were not impossible, but are pretty difficult. I do feel like the pale one has really good units. Crazy. All right. I could bring up more griffins. Why not? Why not just hire everybody? You guys are stuck, and unfortunately, you guys are just like summoning swaths of blood lords. All right, one more turn, and we should have it. One thing I wanted to see was how big this brigand army was, because it looks like it's about 70 troops. Pale One's next. Well, it's Age of Wonders next. We got the new DLC for AOW, and I'm mega craving that. It's been good. Like, I've really enjoyed playing Conquest of Elysium. And I certainly would play more of this. I certainly probably will play more of this, to be honest. But we've been playing a lot of it recently. And I think people are kind of tired of it. And, you know, I got to keep things spiced for myself. Got early access for Age of Wonders? Oh my goodness. I've had access to it for a while. I just haven't been allowed to show it off. Here we go. Go grab your catapults. You guys got any scrolls to go to hell? Any hell scrolls? Surprisingly, no. None of you have a way to go to hell. $85 units. Oh, you took like the whole army with you. Well, let me tell you, buddy, that was a mistake. Because now your base is undefended. Now all your base are belong to us. That should be game. Unless I've got to take those Mont and Baileys, or unless the Baron secretly has a hell base. Which I can't imagine, but I somehow still wouldn't put it past them. It would be cool if the computer would use scrolls. Because I've never seen the AI be like, I have an army that could take on hell. I'll go to Pandemonium. And it would be neat to see. That's why he never left that corner, right? It's a very good corner for the Baron to be in. Honestly, I don't understand how the Baron didn't steamroll this campaign. He started in an extremely defensible corner with a bunch of Mont and Baileys and the King's Castle right there at a choke point. He should have dominated the map. Like an absolute god roll start. Fighting in the plain. Here's the fight in the Baron's Castle. A couple nasty rounds of ballista fire. The Baron also gets these longbowmen, which are really nice. They do extra damage and they get like +2 range. But they can't do much when a bunch of Griffin Knights fly over the walls. It's so funny how much money I'm just like throwing at the problem of these castles. Yeah, and he's like all archers here, so. No, I mean, I will say, they do pretty well. While ahead, the Baron has been eliminated. The last citadel was conquered by Big Turg, the Guildmaster. Big Turg has won the game. Even though technically Big Turg died in hell. We were attacked in the Tower of the Vice as well. We just killed everybody there. What's happening? Why do I have to watch all my adventurers move again? Did we not win the game? Show me the score graph. Also show me the maps. That's one of the reasons I wanted to go to Hell and Celestia, so I could see what the maps looked like. This was a cool world. The map gen was really interesting on it. You know, we had this amazing like corridor of mountains over here. We had a couple of nice ports. The Baron section up there was really interesting. Everyone, I felt like, spawned in really cool locations. You know, the Demonologist down here in kind of this like tattered lands destroyed lands. The priest kings were over here with their pyramid. It was leading to like this like rich highland up here where the enchanter was. He just like ate all these trees to make golems. This was a very, very cool world. The Pale Ones kind of lived in this area where nothing else was. Like there were no real settlements around here. I don't know why they insisted on just constantly being at war with me. You're not going to show me the other planes? Boo earns. Why not? One of my big questions here is there an academy in the sky? There's the elemental temple. So that is a gateway to the plane of air. There's a temple down here. No, I don't think there was an Academy of Magic on this map. It doesn't look like it. Sometimes it spawns in the sky. It might have been underground, but it's not letting me see. This is a real bummer, man. I wanted to see what all the planes looked like. Score graph. Look at how bad the pale ones were. The pale ones were pink. So they took off early. And at their peak, they had armies as big as I did at the end of the game. No wonder they were such a devious threat. Right here, it looks like they fought the kobolds. The kobolds lost a bunch of units, but they must have just destroyed. This must have been the 6 purple worm army that was wandering our territory for a really long time, because we never figured out where that guy went. And that matches perfectly with the kobolds here. The kobolds also were, I was correct, a major threat most of the campaign. Bakemono kind of started coming up there. The Baron, he never really took off. Yeah, it seemed like every time he was kind of making some headway, he'd suffer a major setback. Mostly against whatever this color was. Who was that? The Enchanter. Interesting. So the Enchanter was going up and fighting the Baron a bunch. I can't remember who killed him. The Senator died off real early, as did the High Priestess. That's right. The Priest King. Right, the High Priestess was that city over on the western coast. And then the High Cultist just basically didn't do anything. I don't know what happened here. His AI must have broke. He literally just stopped building armies completely. The Bakemono were owning a lot of citadels. Our gold income, to no surprise, went crazy, especially as we got into the late game. The Pale Ones did own most of the iron right from the beginning. Look at this massive spike. They had those 3 iron mountains right outside their hole, which probably just led them to a really early dominating lead that allowed them to get good armored units that weren't getting killed. The Troll King, I don't even think we saw him once. Lots of sacrifices, no undead, no hobbits. Yeah, our gem income was like generally being beaten by the Enchanter and the Pale Ones most of the game until just right at the end. But our trade was obviously way above everybody else. That's the one thing we do really well. Dudes, what a campaign. Can we somehow connect heaven and hell so that the demons and angels start fighting each other? Yes, it is possible. It's not easy, but it is possible. I think there's only certain characters that can do it as well. Basically, you have to set up a portal network. Like, I guess in theory, the guild master could do it. If he went there and created a Sages Guild with a portal in heaven and in hell, and not on Elysium, then they would start teleporting to each other. I'm convinced I like this game. It's very fun, dudes. I'm so routed about these maps. What a good campaign. I had a lot of fun with this. I hope y'all enjoyed watching. We will for sure be playing more Conquest of Elysium in the future, as well as some more Dominions. But Age of Wonders is the next big thing on the channel for the next month or so. So we're going to be doing a lot of that. If you like Conquest of Elysium, you'll almost certainly like Age of Wonders. It's sort of a more modern take on it for sure. But it's very good. I really love this game. I had a lot of fun. This was our, what were we playing on? We were playing on count difficulty here, like 100% extra difficulty, which I think I probably won't. I'd probably scale it back for future campaigns so it's a little less grindy and maybe play on a smaller world. But our next campaign would definitely be like a plane hopping campaign and doing some shenanigans in the other places. But you'll have to tune back in the future for that one. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time.